Acadian flycatcher, the forest's hidden songbird. Deep within the shadowy understory of eastern North America's mature forests, a small olive-green bird goes about its quiet business, largely unnoticed by the casual observer. The Acadian flycatcher, Empedonyx virescens, may be one of the most overlooked yet ecologically important birds of the deciduous woodland, earning its reputation as the forest's hidden songbird through both its secretive nature and its vital role in maintaining forest health. A master of concealment, at just 5.5 to 6 inches in length, with a wingspan barely reaching 9 inches, the Acadian flycatcher is built for subtlety rather than spectacle. Its olive-green upper parts blend seamlessly with the dappled light filtering through the forest canopy, while its pale yellow-white underparts mirror the soft illumination of the woodland floor. Two distinctive white wing bars and a prominent white eye ring provide the only bold markings on this otherwise understated bird, creating an appearance that seems designed by evolution specifically for camouflage. The Acadian flycatcher's bill tells the story of its lifestyle, broad at the base and slightly hooked at the tip, perfectly adapted for its aerial hunting technique. Unlike the robust beaks of seed-eating birds or the needle-sharp bills of nectar feeders, this flycatcher's bill represents millions of years of fine-tuning for capturing insects on the wing. The art of flycatching. True to its name, the Acadian flycatcher has perfected the ancient art of aerial insect hunting. From strategic perches positioned 10 to 20 feet above the ground, these birds employ a hunting technique called hawking, launching from their perch with remarkable precision to snatch flying insects from the air before returning to the exact same spot. This behavior, known as sally gleaning, requires exceptional eyesight, split-second timing, and aerial agility that would impress any pilot. Their diet consists primarily of flying insects including flies, moths, beetles, ants, and mosquitoes, with occasional spiders and other small arthropods taken from leaves and bark surfaces. During peak insect activity in the early morning and late afternoon, a single Acadian flycatcher can capture dozens of insects per hour, making it an invaluable natural pest controller in forest ecosystems. What sets the Acadian flycatcher apart from its flycatcher relatives is its preference for hunting in the middle story of mature forests rather than in open areas or forest edges. This specialization has made it an indicator species for healthy, undisturbed woodland habitats, a voice in the wilderness. Despite its secretive nature, the Acadian flycatcher announces its presence with one of the most distinctive calls in the forest. Its sharp peat saw or free beer call carries through the woodland understory, often being the first and sometimes only indication of the bird's presence. This emphatic two-note call serves multiple purposes: territorial defense, mate attraction, and communication with family members during the breeding season. The species also produces a variety of softer notes and dawn songs during the breeding season, though these vocalizations are far less commonly heard than the characteristic peat saw call that has earned recognition among birders as one of the most reliable audio signatures of mature eastern deciduous forests. Breeding in the shadows. The Acadian flycatcher's breeding behavior reflects its preference for forest interiors. Pairs typically establish territories in mature deciduous or mixed forests, with dense canopy cover and minimal understory disturbance. The female constructs a distinctive shallow cup nest, often positioned on a horizontal fork 4 to 20 feet above ground, using fine twigs, bark strips, and plant fibers bound together with spider webs. What makes Acadian flycatcher nests particularly remarkable is their construction, loose enough to allow air circulation in the humid forest environment, yet sturdy enough to support the weight of the growing family. The female typically lays 2 to 4 cream-colored eggs marked with brown spots concentrated at the larger end. Both parents share feeding duties once the eggs hatch after about 13 days of incubation. The nestling period lasts approximately 13 to 15 days, during which time the parents make countless foraging flights to satisfy the voracious appetites of their growing offspring. Migration marathons. Perhaps one of the most remarkable aspects of the Acadian flycatcher's life cycle is its incredible migration journey. These small birds undertake a twice-yearly odyssey that spans thousands of miles, traveling from their breeding grounds in eastern North America to wintering areas in Central and South America, from Costa Rica to Ecuador and northern Peru. The fall migration typically begins in August, with birds following ancient flyways that channel them through Mexico and Central America. This journey requires precise timing, as flycatchers must coordinate their movements with peak insect availability along migration routes while avoiding severe weather systems. The spring return migration brings additional challenges, as birds must time their arrival to coincide with peak insect emergence in their breeding territories. Climate change has begun to disrupt these delicate timing relationships, creating new pressures for a species already facing habitat challenges. Conservation challenges. The Acadian flycatcher faces mounting pressures that have resulted in population declines across much of its range. Habitat fragmentation represents the primary threat, as this species requires large blocks of mature forest to maintain viable breeding populations. Unlike edge-adapted species that can thrive in small woodland patches, Acadian flycatchers need the specific microclimate and insect communities found only in extensive forest interiors. Logging practices, urban development, and agricultural expansion have steadily reduced and fragmented the mature forests these birds depend upon. Additionally, the species faces threats on its wintering grounds, where deforestation in Central and South America continues to eliminate crucial habitat. Climate change compounds these challenges by altering insect emergence patterns and potentially disrupting the precise timing relationships that govern successful breeding and migration. Indicators of forest health scientists consider the Acadian flycatcher a key indicator species for forest ecosystem health. Their presence signals mature forest conditions with stable insect communities and minimal human disturbance. Conversely, their absence from seemingly suitable habitat often indicates subtle environmental degradation that might not be immediately apparent to human observers. This makes the Acadian flycatcher particularly valuable for conservation planning and forest management decisions. Protecting habitat for these birds simultaneously conserves the entire community of forest interior species that share their ecological requirements. The future of the forest's hidden songbird. Conservation efforts for the Acadian flycatcher focus primarily on habitat protection and restoration. Creating corridors between forest fragments, maintaining large blocks of mature forest, and implementing sustainable forestry practices all contribute to supporting stable populations. Research continues to reveal new insights into the species' ecology and habitat requirements, informing more effective conservation strategies. Citizen science projects and breeding bird surveys help monitor population trends and identify priority areas for protection. The Acadian flycatcher's story reminds us that some of nature's most important species operate quietly in the background, their ecological contributions far exceeding their visibility. In the dappled light of the forest understory, these hidden songbirds continue their ancient work of maintaining the delicate balance that keeps our woodlands healthy and vibrant. Their future depends on our commitment to preserving the mature forest habitats that have shaped their evolutionary journey and continue to define their ecological role as one of the forest's most valuable, if underappreciated, residents. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more videos.